Wednesday's section of the lesson says we need to read the punchlines for this week and rank them 1 to 5 as if you were using them for a Bible study with someone who was struggling to take a stand for God. Maybe you know someone who is wavering between making a decision or not making a decision. How would you organize these verses to help them respond? What other verses might you include? So let's go to our punchlines. Let the one who is wise heed the things and ponder the loving deeds of the Lord. Psalm 107 verse 43. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Romans 12 verse 2. It is better to heed the rebuke of a wise person than to listen to the song of fools. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 5. But if you should suffer for what is right, you are blessed. Do not fear their threats. Do not be frightened. 1 Peter 3 verse 14. They would not be like their ancestors, stubborn and rebellious generation whose hearts were not loyal to God, whose spirits were not faithful to him. Psalm 78 verse 8. Everyone who does evil hates the light and will not come into the light for fear that their deeds will be exposed. John 3 verse 20. So if I had to arrange these, I would arrange them based on the decision that the person had to make. Okay. So for example, if the person was doing something and they were afraid that people would know, then perhaps I could start with everyone who hates the light. You don't want to, do this thing because you're fearful that you're going to be exposed, right? But you just can't get away from it. Everything that is done in the dark will come to light. If it was a different situation where somebody felt afraid, then maybe I would start with 1 Peter 3 verse 14, which says, don't be afraid of doing the right, for if you do what is right, then you are blessed. Don't be afraid of their threats or be frightened. So it's kind of dependent on the situation. But these are all good verses for us to remember.